Welcome to the set of the NFL Matchup Show. I'm Sal Paolantonio. This is Matt Bowen, Greg Cosell, the founding father of our show. We are at NFL Films in Mount Laurel, New Jersey. Let's talk about the number one matchup of the week. Tennessee Titans, without Derrick Henry, go across the country to try to play the Los Angeles Rams, one of the top teams in the National Football League. And we've got to start with you, Matt. What is this offense of the Titans going to look like without the most dynamic, most dominant runner in the NFL right now?
We have to focus on quarterback Ryan Tannehill, what he is without that dominant run game. So we haven't seen that yet. Now, we know what they are, Greg, on third downs, more defined down and distance situations. But understand, these are heavily schemed pass game concepts off the play-action run game. If that run game element is out there, I want to see what happens. You studied Tannehill for his entire career. What are you seeing from him at the quarterback position that says to us he can move on without Henry?
Well, here's the question to me about Tannehill as well. What's going to happen on first down? Because they were so run-heavy, Sal, on first down, with Henry averaging 17 first and 10 rushes per game. I think they're going to go into the playbook and actually throw the ball a little bit more on first down with play action and try to attack and create big plays.
They have a very good offensive line coach in Keith Carter. He's done a really good job of adjusting their offensive line with injuries. Now comes the big adjustment. Let's go to the Rams D. Now, they picked up Von Miller, right? Why did they do that?
Well, I think, one, obviously the talent, but more importantly, in Raheem Morris's defense, what they can do with their fronts. I'm talking about schemed fronts. Get 5 up, get 6 up. What you're trying to do there is get the one-on-one you want.
Yep.
Whether it's Von Miller, whether it's Aaron Donald, one of it's Leonard Floyd. And you can do that now with multiple rushers.
Greg, what do you think?
And I think the coverage is really important here, too. A lot of people might think they play a lot of man coverage because of Jalen Ramsey. They don't. They play among the lowest percentage of man coverage in the NFL. They're very zone-based. So here's the question. Do they change a little bit in this game and maybe put Jalen Ramsey on A.J. Brown? Because Brown is really the only serious outside receiving threat. We don't know about Julio Jones.
And let's not forget something. The Rams D allow opposing quarterbacks to convert on third down 42% of the time going into Week 9. If you have Super Bowl aspirations, that has to change. And one way you can make a change is getting after the quarterback. Let's talk about the Rams offense. I want to come to you first on Matthew Stafford. 22 touchdown passes, second only to Tom Brady.
Empty set, Sal. That's what they do more and better than any team in the National Football League.
And why is that important?
Well, it's important because it gives tendency, predictability of coverage. They tend to get a lot of zone coverage. Stafford knows what he's going to get before the ball is snapped, and they're really good with their route concepts to attack cover 3 and cover 4, two major zone concepts.
And how does that really stretch Shane Bowen's defense for the Titans, right? Because when you played defensive back in the National Football League, you go up to the line of scrimmage, you see that empty set. What does that tell you?
Well, it gives predictability, like Greg said. Also makes you show your hand, what you're playing, what the matchups are going to be. Look, Tennessee is a very zone-heavy defense. And the reason they can do that, Sal, they have a front four right now that can get home to the quarterback. They can use stunts. They can use loopers up front. Landry can bend on the edge. Bud Dupree, straight line power rusher. But when this matchup, the player to watch, safety Kevin Byard. Right now, to me, Sal, based on the tape, he's the best deep safety in the NFL right now. He has to be in a position to be able to play top down the football and create on-the-ball production.
Let's check out this graphic. It's a good indication of just what's going on with the Tennessee Titans right now. You look at last year and compare it to this year. Yards per dropback, 6.7 last year, down to 3.8. QBR from 84 to 33. So as you guys have said, this Tennessee defense is getting it done because Shane Bowen, I think, this year has Jim Schwartz helping him out as a consultant. They brought him in, and that has helped their defense. There's no question about it.
No, I agree with that. And like
getting
you said,
that pressure,
more zone
right?
heavy, but it's with 4.
Yeah.
And they'll bring simulated pressure,
Yeah.
too. Simulated pressure, Sal, is where you don't know where that fourth rusher is coming from. Could be the linebacker, could be a defensive back, could be someone in the crowd. You bring it out of the crowd. You're trying to heat him up in different ways.
And I'll tell you what, this could be a preview of the Super Bowl if Mike Vrabel can reconfigure this team without the most dominant player in the NFL, Derrick Henry. It's the Titans at the Rams. It's the matchup show. We're on ESPN and ESPN2.
Thank you for watching ESPN on YouTube. For live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.